You alright guys, it's your boy the Living Dead 69 and I'm back with round 3 of the GT3 Pro season in the AOR Project Cars League. Just to let you know, I didn't record for Donington because I'm an absolute donut and completely forgot about it, so yeah, I've missed out that one. I'll put a link to my teammates' video, Stevie SQ, but yeah, as you can see, round 3 is at Zolder. Pretty nice track to drive around. There's a few challenging corners, one being both being the first 2 chicanes and the little crest just before the second one. As you can see, we're going into qualifying now, coming around the last chicane. You need to get a decent run off this corner to get as much power going down the straight as possible and not get caught on the grass and nearly get pulled into the wall like I did. As you can see, I was 3rd at this moment in time, and I was like, no, I must get better than this. I'm not having that. So we get a decent corner around turn 1. This corner's a bit tricky because there isn't a real braking point. You just have to get a feel for it. I sort of used the sort of engine note as I'm driving. So as I've done a bit of practice on this, I sort of got used to when to brake, judging on where I was revving on the engine. And this is another challenging corner as well. It's very easy to turn in early and fuck up the exit to that. But now we come down to the first chicane, which is a challenging corner, and you will see why here. Brake at 100 meters down into second. Try not to cut that one, and then as you can hear the car bottoming out as well. I had the car so low. But yeah, and then this is the hill that I was talking to you about. If you could actually see, like, the car was pretty much bouncing. And then we've got this chicane, which if you can nail it, you can make so much time. But one mistake through there and you lose. Just, it's unreal the amount of time you lose. So yeah, as we're now coming up to the hairpin, over another crest, and it's so easy to lose the rear end on that corner. Brake about 100 meters out, down into first gear. Clip the apex, kind of, slightly, maybe not. And coming towards the last chicane now. I'd love to tell you how much quicker I was than my time that got me 3rd, but I forgot to put the time that was up when I was racing. I probably forgot to have the button mapped, to be perfectly honest with you. And then yeah, we come out of this corner and it's been a decent lap. I don't think it's been overly slow, but we do a 38.5 and that moves us to second, getting ahead of Kyle and behind Franglish, but Midget in last, Eagle in 12th. I missed who was in 11th. I think it was Rapid Races, but yeah, Franglish got pole by 2 tenths. Kyle was a 10th behind me. Then the field was pretty spread out. Majority of the field in the 40s and that, so could be an interesting race. Look, I was definitely looking forward to this. I'm loving the wet weather in this season, to be perfectly honest with you. But we've got 4 lights, we've got 8 lights, we've got 12 lights, and away we go! But yeah, sort of delayed on the start. Like, my reactions were just not where they needed to be. But yeah, Franglish with a little cheeky kind of bunny hop over the curb. But as I get the better run into this corner, I make up a bit of time. I had a setup on the car which meant I weren't scared of riding the curbs, as you can quite clearly see. And yeah, so me and Franglish start not really pulling away, but we're nearly a second ahead of Kyle. Franglish gets a little bit of a worse run out of that corner than me. And because Franglish was ahead of me, I decided to brake early, and that sort of threw me off with my turning point and everything. Caught the first curb too soon, and yeah, just ended up bunny hopping across the second one, and then getting a corner cut penalty, which you can't really complain about. But yeah, so down to 5th, and now I've just got to make my way back ASAP because I don't want Franglish or Kyle to run away with it. So yeah. Skip forward onto lap 3 now. Haven't moved up any positions, and the other, like as I said, Carl and Frank are starting to pull away, and that hill, as I mentioned to you, just fucks you up sideways. And yep, and then because I'm pushing so hard, went too deep into that corner. But Tom Chambers must have got a cut track penalty, and I'm going to make the most of that, and up into 4th we go. Now behind Dr. Stones, who's up in 3rd, like quality driver. I forgot he was this high up. But yeah, as you're going over the hill, and watch how much time you can make up in this corner if you get it right. Just, yeah, perfect on the brakes. I found a line through there which I felt very comfortable with. It was a bit risky if you went a little bit wrong either side, but it was worth the risk just due to the amount of time that you make up. So yeah, still behind Stones, and considering how far I was behind him before that chicane, it's quite nice to be this close behind him. So now, I can tell you now, once I was in this position, I was lining him up for a pass. So, as you can see, he pulls to the right, and then me being an absolute donut just goes way too hot into the braking zone. Probably lots of brake there. And then into the sand trap we go, and yeah, back down to 4th with Stones pulling away. So I'm not doing my race any favours by trying to get past people in a hurry. So now I move forward to lap 8, and Franglish and Kyle haven't pulled away that much. So considering there's still 33 laps left, including this one, it's close, but yeah, a little nudge to Stones there, so I'll back off because I don't want to get an advantage through nudging people. But yeah, coming up to this corner again, and yeah, went into the back of Stones again, so I was like, no, I'm not going to pass him, because, as I said before, I don't want to pass people by pushing them out of the way. So lap 9 now, a little bit further on, and Franglish must have had a little bit of a moment, or a cut track penalty, I'm not too sure, maybe he'll let you know in the comment section below. But yeah, so now going down the inside of Franglish, in the wet, both in the Mclaren, so it's going to be interesting. I think we may have ran him out wide onto the curb and grass a little bit. That was a little bit naughty of me, but yeah, that's racing. Sorry, Franglish. Yeah, and then again, I don't know what, like, that was my normal braking point, and I would have quite easily made that corner. So I don't know what Stones was doing. Maybe he locked it, maybe his braking point was a little bit earlier. But once again, I didn't want to get ahead of him because of that little nudge, so I back off a bit. And then because of that, Franglish goes past as well. So it's like, yay, more cars to pass. So yeah, round turn 1, they're battling. Not really battling, but you know what I mean. Franglish has gone ahead, and now it's just a case of making up the time that I've lost. Get the line through that corner where I can get on the power as early as possible. And the short shifting, I have to admit, works a fucking treat in the wet weather. So to any of you who struggle in the acceleration zones of wet weather, let me say that without sounding like Jonathan Ross. But yeah, Stones, I was a bit disappointed with that. I know I've gone into the back of you a few times, but I don't really like it when people sort of roll over and let you past, because he then also lost a position to Tom Chambers. Like, we're here to race, and I'm not gonna keep the position if I feel I've ran you off the road. So I was a little bit disappointed with that, man. I like to see people fighting, but maybe he felt he weren't going to be involved in that race and he had a better chance just letting other people go and then them falling off the road. I don't know. But yeah, so now up into 3rd, chasing Franglish. Kyle is still not that far ahead, so it feels like I may have the pace if I can get past Franglish to maybe push for the win. That is, of course, if that is Kyle on that map and not a lapped car, because I cannot remember how this race went. But yeah, Franglish jumping over the curb and sliding everywhere, and that sort of put me off, and you do not want to be on that grass when you're going over there. Just look at me soaring at the wheel like, oh my god. But yeah, so we get ahead of Franglish, and now it's just time to chase after Kyle. So lap 17, we dart into the pits, going for an undercut, just hopefully with the fresher tyres I'll be able to get a few decent laps in, maybe put the pressure on Kyle that he weren't expecting. So yeah, it was a bit of a gamble if you saw how dead my tyres were. So I weren't expecting to be quick by the end of this race. So if anything went wrong, I was in shit street. So yeah, so we come out in 7th place, just ahead of Finch, which was a bit lucky, to be honest. You don't want to be caught up in traffic. But yeah, lap 18, coming around to the end of the lap, and I just got caught up in, I think I would have made that braking zone, but where Rapid Racers was on worn tyres, I had to sort of like come off the brake to make sure I didn't go into the back of him. I'd rather ruin my race than ruin his race. So yeah, and this is what I mean. If anything went wrong, then any advantage from the undercut was lost, and pretty much lost it there. So yeah, now try to sell Rapid Racers the dummy. I'm not too sure if I hit him there. I'm sorry if I did, Racers. But yeah, so I have to admit, even in the race, I didn't think I hit him. So now we're tempted to go around the outside of this corner, and this is a brave move. Because if Racers decides to run us out wide, which he had every right to do. He had every right to do, and it would have been down to me to pull out of the move or end up in the sand trap, but he didn't. We go around the outside. Dr. Stones is in the pits on lap 21, beginning of lap 22, and we are now up into second. So yes, the hunt is on for the win. Kyle is 19.5 seconds ahead, although at this point he's now 28 seconds. I either had loads of cut track penalties or I was just pushing way too hard. Yeah, I'll go with way too hard. And Franglish, I don't know what happened here. I'm sorry, mate. Like, I don't even know whose fault this was. I didn't even see you coming up behind me that quick. So yeah, then I had damage, so I had to dart into the pits again. So now it was just a damage recovery mission. Like, what could I do to get back? But yeah. So now, down in 5th, gone up the inside of Finch, and now the hunt is on. Here comes the music, and just watch the sped up footage. Peace.
I can't believe the night lay waste to all we'd given, but honestly, you've gotta know that this ain't living, but we could run. From Elysium and let it burn, let it burn. You've gotta know that nothing lasts forever.
Kidding, I'm back. We've managed to catch Wizard on the last lap, and it's for the last podium place. So last lap hunt, here we go. And as you can see what I meant about my tyres. They are just, the front left is knackered. I'll be surprised if there's any tread left on that, seeing as we're on wet tyres. But you know me, I've got to push for it. There's a podium position. I want to win as many races as possible, and I want to win the championship. So it's literally going to be a do or die move. So got Wizard Days, run wide. Wizard, I've got to ask, does your Z4 come naturally with a bent up bonnet? I'm pretty sure every race we've been in, the front end of your car has been crushed beyond belief. But yeah, decided to sort of try and scare him going around the outside, and fair play to Wizard, he held his nerve, he didn't panic, didn't make any mistakes, didn't lock up. So yeah, we may have lost a bit of time there, it may be over, so now it's just time to make up as much time in this braking zone as possible, which we do. Possible corner cut there. Don't want to get myself in trouble, I'll let you lot decide that. I don't know why Wizard was slowing down there, maybe his tyres were that dead, he just couldn't. But here we go, this is literally the last overtaking opportunity. Wizard's slow, we go down the inside, side by side. And then we get the super glue Velcro glitch thing. I'd love to know what everybody thinks about it. I think that was a legitimate move, but maybe others might have a different opinion. And as you can see, the race is about to come to an end because we didn't have enough time to finish the lap. And yeah, so we finished third, even though on the results it's not going to show it because we didn't finish the lap. It's going to show me down in 8th. But yeah, did finish third. So it's a decent result considering what happened during the race. I'll be back for round 4, which I can't remember where it is, but there will be a video coming out for it. My name's been Living Dead 69. Go check out AOR if you want to join league racing, and I'll catch you next time. Peace!